YouTube, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Snoops back at it again with another video for NBA 2K20. We're not doing a build video this time. We are not doing a build video. Instead, you guys see from the title, we are going to be talking about dribbling and being able to fade, know exactly when to fade, what fucking shot to use when you're fading, and all that kind of jazz. If you guys remember from my Sharpshooter video, if you remember from my shot creator videos, I like fading. That's why I sort of make people that are not only able to shoot, but that are also able to fade. Because my Sharpshooter, I made it to where he was a shot creator. If you guys remember, I chose the shot creator takeover for him because I really love the ability to fade and shoot fades and making the green bean. You know what I'm saying? Fine, I'll grab my own ball because these guys want to fight over the same ball apparently. But anyway, I'm going to show you in the 2KU little like free roam area, I guess you can call it. I'm going to show you guys exactly what to do, what to watch out for, and everything like that. So anyway, as a shooter, imagine if you are a really good shooter, like a pure shooter, just like my build was, my Sharpshooter. Now, imagine that you were just more shooting, like 100% shooting and everything, and that you were also, you just make it to where you were just the main primary shooter instead of just being the shot creator that I was. You can still fade. Like before, pure sharpshooters in the point guard position were able to get silver difficult shots, which you guys are probably wondering, Snoops, what does silver difficult shots have to do with being a pure sharp? The fact that you get silver is really good. My playmaking sharp only got it on bronze, which is unique and everything. But here's the thing, it's going to be different depending on what you do. You're going to be fading more as a pure shooter than you are as a blend shooter, unless you are a shot creator blend, like my playmaking shot creator. I sort of made him a playmaking shot creator, the Kyrie build, just for the sake of being able to shoot the ball. But not only that, but be able to fade from mid-range if I have to. But the only problem is the fact that I can't get the I literally cannot get that build to work 100% well, or any of my playmaking builds to work 100%, because we are unable to choose our dribble moves or anything like that. But if you guys notice, there is pretty much two different animations that you can get for fading when it comes to Steph Curry. You can get that one right there, the fast release one, or you can get sometimes the pull up if you're going like into the corners. Sometimes you can get like one of the pull up ones, like that one right there. That one was exactly the example I was wanting. So once you see those, you got to make sure that you know exactly what movement you're doing and when to shoot. So here's the thing, if you're wanting to fade, you can do some dribble moves or whatever and then get yourself open and then fade. Not like that, even though it works for like people like Curry because he's a really good shooter. But you just gotta know placement and where the defenders are pretty much at all time. And you gotta just make sure that you are confident in your shot. If you're not confident in your shot when you're shooting it, then that's just gonna lead you to miss because of bad releases. You just got to make sure that if you're taking a shot, you're confident with it. And of course, the main thing that you want to do, guys, and I'm going to show you this right now. Whenever you fade, there is different positions. You can fade, of course, in the wings, like a lot of people tend to do. You can fade from the top of the key, or you can fade into the corner. That's what I like doing with my shot creators right there, is the running fades into the corner. But in 2K19 there was the animation, which I believe was like normal 4 or whatever it was. But there was the animation that a lot of people use that gave you a ton of space, which is why I pretty much used it in the corner, because I could start shooting when I am about right here, I guess you can say, when I'm about right here in the corner, but end up actually releasing it when I'm over here, giving me even more space. So if I'm right here, if the defender thinks I'm going to start fading from right here, and they don't know that I have that animation on, they're probably going to either jump or they're going to slow down a bit. But then because that animation specifically brought me all the way over here to shoot, which Curry's doesn't, which is why I'm not showing an example of me fading with Curry, then it gives me a ton more space. Even in the mid-range, it does a lot in the mid-range. It's just like, oh yeah, you're right here, oh, and then you fade in the mid-range, but then it gives you a ton of space because you have that specific animation on. But my buddy, as a 95 overall sharpshooter, pure sharp in the point guard, he used Curry's fade animation, which means that he had a different fade. But of course, that is a good thing. Always use the animations that you are comfortable with. Like for him, he liked Curry's because Curry actually has a faster fade release than, you know, a lot of other players, and also a lot of the other animations that were in the game, which makes it good if you are a shooter, and also if you know your release well enough to fade. You don't even need Hall of Fame difficult shots if you know your release pretty well, which is why we all used Steph Curry's shot. Like me and my buddy, we used Curry's release, and we used base 11 with the max speed Curry for both upper releases. So it was like sort of Curry shot. It was like almost pure Curry, but except for the actual base. But here's the thing. One thing that you need to look out for is defenders. Defenders on the wings are going to be pretty difficult. So what you can do is you can do maybe like a couple dribble moves or whatever, get them guessing, and then move over to the top of the key and shoot it. That's what you want to do. If you are on the wings, you want to get them guessing, get them going over towards the corner, but then switch around and then run towards the top of the key. So it's just like, it's like, oh yeah, boom, oh, boom, green bean, you know? That's exactly what you want to be doing. You definitely want to be going ahead and trying to make them guess exactly which way you're going to go. Which is why the stop and go badge is really good in this game. And also that step back was pretty nice. But you guys understand what I'm saying. You have to make sure you get your defenders guessing, and then switch over, fade from top of the key, and it's pretty much going to go in every time if you know your release. When it comes to the wing shots, the only time you should be going to fade from the wing is if you are on the top of the key or even on the opposite wing. Those are the only times that you should be fading from the wing, at least. Because if you're going to be in the corner, you're going to be stuck, and sometimes you can get like really bad animations. And also in the corners, it's really hard to run out and be able to get that run out unless you are literally over the line. And then even then, if you're in the corner, and then like if you get like the catch off of like a pass or whatever, and then you pump fake them, they might jump. So then you might be able to drive in anyway. So right here, whenever you're in the corner, can't really move that well unless you are literally on the line. Because right here, I'm able to run out, and then I'm able to shoot whenever I please. But of course, it's not going to be that useful, because literally the corners are a piece of shit when it comes to the out of bounds bullshit. Like right there, you just seen what happened right there when I tried running from the corner. If my guy can actually step back, Curry, if he can step back a bit, boom, right there. It would call me out of bounds just right there, because you know how park works. It'll just call me out of bounds right there just because of me trying to do the run animation. It brings my feet apart, brings my my left foot pretty much back out of bounds. If you're all the way back, you're all the way back out of bounds right there. That's why you don't want to go into the corner unless you're going to pump fake and then get inside. or if you are fading inside the corner, which is what I'm going to be showing you guys now. Fading in the corners is going to be different because sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't. But it also could be dependent on the animation that you use, because if you use somebody's animation like Curry's fade animation, you want to do more of the wing top of the key. But if you want to use the animations like the animation that I used in 2K19 that I mentioned, then doing the fade in the corners will definitely be a lot easier. As you see right there, it does the little pull-up animation whenever you do the corner and the fade sometimes, because you have to really like choose what you want to do. Right there, that would be counted as a 2. My foot was over the line. That's why I really like the other animation for doing the corner fades. And this is why I just would leave Curry to be pretty much the fader from wing to wing, pretty much. As you guys can see, pretty good from wing to wing, especially that animation right there. You might get that animation sometimes even like in the wings, in the top of the key, but it's still pretty good animation if you know exactly how to time your shot. And also because you can pretty much guarantee yourself a 3-point shot with all this space out here. So that's pretty much why you would fade with Curry out here, because you can guarantee a shot for 3 points. So if you guys really want to fade, you guys don't need Hall of Fame difficult shots. At least in my opinion, you don't really need it. You just need to know your shot really well. In which, when the game fully comes out, we'll be seeing if there are custom jump shots in the game. There more than likely are going to, but we just cannot adjust the speed more than likely because of the quick draw badge that they added in the game this year. So that adds a lot of literal new experimenting and stuff like that with jump shots. You can have like these like all the fast animations on, like the faster jump shot animations on, but have no quick draw, and you can still shoot pretty fast. Or you can have like the slow animations on, have quick draw pretty much all the way up, or at least like up to silver. Because I like Curry's shot. I've used it with both gold quick draw and silver, because without it, it's just a little too slow for me. And also, if you're a sharpshooter, you definitely want a faster release. So that's why you guys really need like a fast release, or know somebody's release, because Curry, if you actually use Curry, his release is pretty damn good. As you can see, I can get like pretty much full bars and green beans with them all the time, even while fading. I can make all these shots, but it's just because I know his shot well, and it's because it's really good. But the main things you need to remember coming out of this video: decide where you are fading based off of the animations you have and what you are. If you are a shot creator, I would definitely force more towards the wing and the corners for fades, and not use Curry's release, or at least not his fading, his dribble pull-up. If you are a pure sharpshooter, or if you are a majority shooter like Curry is, then I definitely recommend using Curry's fade, and also try and use a fast release similar to Curry's, or even use a blend of Curry's if the game is fully out and if we do have the shot creator back. Then definitely use like some sort of like really good base with Curry's release. I highly recommend it. It is a really good shot. There's also going to be plenty of shots if the shot creator does return, and especially like with the quick draw badge, as I mentioned earlier, and with everything changing because of that, it's going to be a little bit different when testing out and experimenting with jump shots. So experiment jump shots at your own risk, but make sure you know the tips that I told you, how to know when and where to fade. Like I said, if you're in the wings, go towards the other wing or top of the key, and then make sure you get the fade off. if you're on the top of the key, or even on the wings and going like from top to the wing or wing to the top or even wing to wing, if you are moving, if you are trying to get that fade off, make sure you try to get your opponents guessing before you even try to fade. I know it's a lot easier said than done in this game, but literally that's something that you're gonna want to do. As you guys can see, these fades are pretty good. Curry as a like pretty much a major sharpshooter, especially out here at Limitless, able to green, because I love his animations. This is what I'm talking about. You can see there's two different fade animations and one dribble pull-up animation that you'll notice, or at least that I notice. You have the fast one right there, and then, well, that's a slow one because he was running backwards. Still made it though. But there is also one to where he fades, I think, going to the right side. Yeah, to where he does that, to where he pretty much just pulls his body around, twisting. Don't know why he doesn't do that on his left side, but on his right side, whenever you run to the right, he twists his body around from the right and twist it to the left. So just be wary of that, and be wary of accidentally fading backwards. Like, don't try to run backwards from the wings just to get like a big thing going. So don't go like this and then like expecting like a really good animation. Sometimes you can if you like turn your stick quick enough to get your guy moving in the right direction, but most of the time you're mainly going to be like that and getting that animation. It might work for you, it might not, depending on what your badges are and what your build is. But it definitely is a, it definitely helps. But anyway, guys, hope that you enjoyed this video on learning, or the basics to learning how to fade, the basics to fading in NBA 2K20. And of course, I hope that this will help out. I know a lot of people in 2K19 didn't really fade as pure sharps. I didn't really see anybody fading but my buddy CJ, who actually used a Damian Lillard base whenever he used his Curry release, like near the end of the game. So I don't know what that's all about, but it was like a Lillard and Curry release almost, or something like that. I don't really remember what it is, but I mean, he was greening. He was making almost every single shot while fading on top of the key and from limitless range as a pure sharpshooter, with only silver difficult shots. But of course, he's got all the Hall of Fame shooting badges, so there's that. But also, keep in mind, builds are going to be different. Shooters are going to be different. Everybody's going to be different this year. So don't go into a game with another like sharpshooter and expecting him to like have the same difficult shots as you or the same badges as you or anything, because there's a lot different this year. So just take my advice. Make sure you take these tips seriously and learn. I definitely recommend coming to the 2KU in the 2K20 demo. It's quite nice because I'm over here just dribbling around, like just trying out some different combo moves as well. Like try and find some combos as well, because that will be really nice for whenever you need to. Because if you can't really get the fade off, so you really have to like get like a combo going or whatever, then you can try something really good. I'm just like trying to spam stuff right now, trying to figure out which one does what, because it's a lot harder to dribble in this game. But of course the shooting seems pretty nice. But anyway, guys, I'm going to leave this video here. I know this was a longer video than usual, but I definitely wanted to help you guys out with 2K20, because I know I don't need really too much of difficult shots to fade, but definitely know your jump shot and definitely know which animation to go for based on what you are. If you're a shot creator, I recommend fading from the wings to the corners. If you are a shooter like Curry, then I definitely recommend the wings to the top of the key. That's where I recommend you fade from, because that's really going to be the top places for you to fade from. So there you go. Hope that this video enjoyed. I hope that this video helped you out, and I hope that you enjoyed. If I could speak for a minute, I just literally got up to start recording and stuff like that, so I apologize. But anyway, more build videos coming up for NBA players. Definitely doing a like a Draymond Green maybe, or maybe some other people like Kevin Durant. Who knows? Who knows what's going to be happening? But I'm definitely going to be making some players maybe. And actually, what I'm thinking about doing is making Victor Oladipo himself. So next video, be sure to stay tuned, because it's going to be Victor Oladipo and his build in NBA 2K20. Appreciate you guys, and I'll talk to you all in the next video. Later, everybody.